Well, howdy, Miles. I think you're the only one in here today. I do see a total of 4 in the chat, so if anybody else is there, just say hello. First, I want to show you this right here. This is one of our 2 air purifiers for whenever it is that we can continue the social distancing in person. We'll have 2 air purifiers. These are certified to clean at the virus level. So these clean, instead of HEPA filters, which clean at 0.3 microns, these clean 100 times smaller, all the way down to 0.003 microns. And they're enough to change over the air in the complete room every 15 minutes when working together. Hey, Andrew, how you doing? I was just talking about my air purifiers. Now, I also finally remembered to set the stream on the ultra low latency. So I want you to type A right when I clap, and we can figure out the delay. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3, clap. That's not that fast. You still haven't typed A. Okay, that's not so bad. That's more like 10 seconds instead of like 25. So that's cool. I hope you enjoyed just me standing there. All right, let me put the air purifier all over here. So I guess in the meantime, I can have the most beautifully clean air in my bedroom that you could possibly imagine. Miles, you're slow on your A. Dad, give me the phone. I gotta type A. All right. Cool. All right, let's do our exercises, and then we'll go on to techniques. We'll kind of go off the triangle. We'll do some triangle setups and things like that. So, Andrew, are you working? Enzo, hey, Enzo, how you doing? Awesome, 3 people. Enzo, did you see my super cool air purifier? Oh, well, if not, you can rewind. Okay, let's start with 50 jumping jacks. Ready and go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41. I'll show it to you, Enzo. 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, and 50. I'll show it to him really quick. Look at this bad boy, Enzo. This is one of the 2 of them. So we're going to not be breathing viruses whenever it is we get back to normal. All right, everybody lift the air purifier 20 times. Ready? Just kidding. All right, next one. Let's do 20 burpees. Ready? Get set and go. I guess we'll count that as 1. 2. That's kind of like a cheater one. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Make sure that your hands go all the way up like that. 10, 11, 12, 13. Hands all the way up. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Let me take a bigger bob. Come here, bigger bob. Sit-ups. Actually, you know what? I want to do crunches first, and then we can do sit-ups. So crunches, we're going to do cross-choke crunches. So we're going to keep our feet closed, and we're going to make a palm up grip with my right, a forefinger or a palm down grip, thumb in grip with my left. So palm up, four fingers, palm down, thumb in. And when I do a crunch, I'm gonna bring my elbows in like I'm going for a cross choke. So we're gonna do 30 cross choke crunches. Ready, get set, and go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, and 30. Instead of sit-ups, let's do flutter kicks. Hands down, head up. That's going to be the key one. Toes pointed, legs straight, completely straight. And then we do it like this. Just little tiny kicks. 20 seconds. Ready, get set, and go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. All right, now 20 sit-ups. And if you're with your partner, don't have a partner, just use a sofa or something, or have your mom or your dad hold your feet, because I'm not going to do a switch. All right, hands over your head, and let's do 20. Ready, and go. 1, 2, 3. Do a full range of motion. Notice how I'm going like all the way up. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. All right, let's do our calves. We're gonna do 40 calf raises, just like this, up, down. All right, ready, get set, and go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, and 40. All right, the cool, fun, new ones that we did, I think it was 2 days ago, we're gonna do the neck exercises. And I explained when we did those, and I think everybody but Enzo was there, is that having a very strong neck is important for jiu-jitsu. It's not something that people normally exercise when they go to the gym, but we have a lot of muscles all over our neck. And that's important for jiu-jitsu because we don't want somebody to put our head where we don't want it. They could be going for a choke, trying to go for a guillotine or something like this, and we need to resist. When you're doing stand-up and they're trying to pull your head down, very common in no-gi, because they grab behind your head, you have to have good stamina and strength so you don't get front headlocked or snapped down, okay? So this one, I just want to explain again how to do it, is my head is going to be off the mat the entire time, just keeping my hands down. And then I'm going to put my chin to my chest like this. But notice when my head goes back, it's not going back to the mat. I'm never resting my neck. It's always engaging those muscles. So let's do 20 of those. Ready, get set, and go. 1, 2, I like to close my eyes. 3, I get dizzy. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Good. Now the next one in the series, if you remember, I'm going to put my chin to my shoulder like this, and I rotate back and forth. Again, never putting my neck back on the mat like this. All right, ready, get set, and go. 1, 2, 3. So one rotation is 1. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. All right, now our ear is going to go to our shoulders. So instead of my chin, it's now my ear. I just kind of rock side to side like that. Ready, and go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, very nice. So far the muscle groups we've done are the calves, a little bit of the legs with the burpees. Probably need to do just one more with the legs to really strengthen them. We've done a lot with our stomach. We've done nothing with our arms or chest and back. We're saving that for the push-up contest. And then finally our neck. So let's just do 20 lunges just to kind of round it out with our legs. And then we'll move on to the sit-up test. All right, ready? And go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Irving, you doing this too? 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Got a little bit on the legs there. Okay, now it's time for the push-up contest. The whole family's doing it. That's awesome. In that case, we're gonna do 300 more. No, just kidding. All right, so I'm gonna do push-ups. I'm just gonna do 20. I've been doing a lot of push-ups throughout the day. Generally not today, but I just need to make sure that I don't overdo it, because on some days I do it with the juniors 1, the juniors 2, and the kids, and it can really add up. So I'm just gonna do 20, but let's go over the proper way, at least that we're doing the push-ups. I'm gonna put my hands a little bit wider than shoulder length. Don't put them out too far or in too far. Don't pull them up too far or down too far. Just right out from your shoulders. Now my feet in the back are gonna be together, so don't keep your feet apart. Now the trickiest part is not to put your hips up in the air like this. We wanna avoid that. We also wanna avoid the sagging hips where they're going down too much. Just a nice straight board. You wanna be like just an ever so subtle ramp from your shoulders down to your feet. Now when I bend my arms to do the push-up, I don't want to have my chest, my knees, my hip, whatever, my stomach, fall down to the mat. So you touch your nose like this. You just kind of kiss the nose to the mat, and then you come back up. You can't have the butt stay up in the air when you do it. You have to keep your butt and your whole body moves down. So we're going to see how many that we can do, just period. So you're going to go until you're done. And Enzo, I think you have done this before, but I just wanted to reiterate the form because magically, when people aren't doing it in person, their scores doubled from 20 to 60. So, yeah. All right, here we go. Let's do it. Ready, get set, and go. 1. Do it on your own. Okay, I'll make my way over there. You guys keep going. Type your number as soon as you're done. I'm not going to forget anybody. I always forget people. Enzo, Andrew, and Miles. Should be easy enough. Yeah, you'd think. All right. It's getting really tough to get more every day. Yeah, I didn't say it was going to be easy. That's when you regret doing so many your first time. All right, let's take a look here. Here is our chart. Miles, 30. All right, let's do Andrew's first. Andrew, 46. Well, the good news is, Andrew, is that you actually have a day off tomorrow. So what you can do is rest. Let's see. The 20 for Enzo, form iffy. Enzo. E-N-Z-O. Let me type this. 20. Let me type our date. 3/21. 20. And then Miles got 30. Where's Miles? He's in the middle somewhere. Miles, there you are. All right, so I don't know if I could actually do this. Let me see if I can. Oh, I can do this. This is cool. So I'm going to make your overall charts with just you that are in class. All right, so we have Miles, Enzo, and Andrew. There we go. Oh, that was kind of a sloppy chart. It should have segregated you by name, which I'm sure I can do if I figured it out. You Excel wizards are like, oh, no, you got to do it over in the blah, blah, blah tab. All right, let's take a look. Let's take a look at Miles. Miles is like, no, I don't want to see my chart today. That's good. Yeah, we're flattening the curve, Miles. We're flattening the curve. That's a coronavirus humor. That's not bad. We just tomorrow need to put the curve back going up. We need to have that exponential growth. Okay, very nice. Let's take a look at Andrew. Insert chart. Oh, look at that beautiful chart. Look at that beautiful chart. That is just going up one more each day. Kind of like the students that I had that were doing about as much as Andrew right off the first one, like 40. they were regularly going at a few weeks in. They were regularly going to 60, like with extreme effort. Like anything past 50 was just excruciating to try and earn one. But like we had a student named Kian, and he was competitive with another student. I forget who it was. And they just one up each other every day. And the whole class was cheering them on. It was pretty fun. Yeah. So I don't know about Jin Young's 50, where he jumped from 20 to 50. Remarkably, the 20 was in person and the 50 wasn't. All right, let's go back. But that's okay. He's trying his best. That's cool. Hey, Jackson, you're there. Great job. I did miss somebody. Let me go back to Google Sheets. And let's put Jackson. That's a wonderful job, Jackson. I think you got 10 last time, if I remember. Where's my Google Sheets? All right, where's Jackson? Jackson is here. Very nice. So Jackson, look at this. I want to show you your chart too. Insert chart. Look at that growth, Jackson. We should make it bigger. Look at that. I showed him his chart yesterday, and it wasn't very, it was just one line. It was one blob. But now Jackson has that growth. The only thing, Jackson, is you have 15 today. What do you need to aim for next time? You need to aim for 16. And for sure, you can do it. No problem. All right. Let me head on back over to the camera, and then I'll show the technique. Okay. I had to balance the fluid head tripod. Not that you know or care what that is. All right, Bob. Let's go, Robert. Oh, other Bob's legs are in the shot. Move, Bob. Still in the shot. That's okay. So, we went over yesterday primarily on triangles, where we started in the closed guard. I controlled both sleeves. I took my leg out, and then I threw it up and locked my legs in the triangle position. Then we did the classic finish. We just crossed the arm, we grabbed our shin and hipped out, got a strong bite on their neck, put my foot in the triangle position behind my knee, and then I grabbed my shin and pulled and squeezed. The way that I like to grab the shin, hang on, let me move just a little bit. The way that I like to grab the shin is this hand goes palm down, away from me, and then the one on the knee side actually cups with the palm facing towards me, and then you squeeze. So that was the regular triangle finish that Jackson and I did in person. Now, the second one that we did was triangle to armbar. Watch this. I took both sleeves. I took out my leg. I threw it over. I just locked my feet any old way. Hopefully with the one that's going to mature into the triangle is on bottom. It's not a big deal, but you'd have to adjust it if it was like this, because this doesn't go into the triangle. You'd have to refix it. But then he made a mistake of grabbing, his arm was just extended. So I could cup his arm, hand on his head, hip out, and do a triangle armbar. There's a couple of different types of triangle arm bars, but that's probably the first one that people should know. And then last, from the triangle, they tried to put the hand on the hip. They know a lot of the time that you're trying to cross their arm. So sometimes they try and put their arm all the way around the back, just like this. And sometimes, if they're able to do that and they're not locking their arms together, like sometimes this hand comes all the way underneath and they can lock their arms together. But if not, you can grab their wrist, sit up, and do a kimura on that arm. Now, I want to show you a brand new move. Hang on, let me read what you're writing. He says, yep, 20. Ah, nice. You're going to go for 20 next time, Jackson. Now, this move is 100% illegal for kids. It is not legal. But it is one of the more common ways to sweep or submit somebody. Hang on. Hey, good morning, Wayno. So what I'm going to do when he's burying his arm around is first I'm going to try and assist with the triangle. There's also a couple of different things that you can do from here to try to submit. But I'm going to change. He's hiding his arm all the way in the perfect spot for me to change to an omoplata. Watch this. I'm going to push his head if I need to out of the way. And I'm going to hip escape and bring my foot over his face and then triangle my legs. You see, his arm is like right in this little gap right here. You guys don't have a great view. Let me just give you a 360 degree. Oh, this is nice. So the first thing that I want to do is I want to grab around their back and sit up. I kind of need to scoot my butt back when I do sit up. Now, I need to fold my legs away from his head. Just think that your feet stink and he doesn't want to smell them. Where are you going to put them? You're going to try and put them as far away as possible. So when they're here, he's smelling your feet. So just think, no smelly feet. And you want to pinch your knees together and just kind of have them be at the side like that. Now, holding his waist, I raise my hips up, and he taps. That's the omoplata submission. And it's taking his arm just like the kimura. It's making his shoulder go like this, but you're doing it with your whole body. Tap. And right about there, you'll get the submission. The reason that you're grabbing around the waist is when you go to try and get out of the submission, he could maybe do a forwards roll. And many times you'll get a sweep when he does that, but if you want to try and stay with the submission, you got to hold him down. And there's something tricky about trying to hold him down is that the more that you go forward like this, the harder it is to like assert your arm back here and keep him from doing a somersault. Okay, so let's do the whole thing right now. This actually isn't too hard. Like if you're working with somebody that's a little bit bigger, like you're working with your dad or you're working with your mom, this one isn't so bad. Like we don't have to lock up the triangle, which is really hard when somebody's a lot bigger. All we need to do is just get in the triangle position. So I'm going to start with my dummy in the closed guard. 2 sleeve grips, just like yesterday. Take out my leg under his armpit and just get the triangle position. Now he hides his arm, so you can place your dummy's arm behind your hip. And it really makes it easy for you, even if you're a lot smaller, to push the head and pass the leg over their head. Keep moving until you're parallel. That might be a new word for you, but parallel is kind of like train tracks. Okay, Irving, Mr. Math Professor, well, they're non-intersecting lines. But it's like we're side by side, just like this. You see how we're side by side? I don't want to stop when I'm making like a 90-degree angle with our bodies. I keep going until we're parallel. Then I can wave my leg to help me get up and grab, let me scoot back. I can grab around his waist as soon as possible. I fold my legs, then go up and get the submission. I'm going to show one more time. The omoplata. I guess where the name comes from is this part, this bone right here in the back, like your shoulder blade, we would call that in English. I guess or maybe it's part of the shoulder, I'm not quite sure. But in Portuguese, the name for that is the omoplata. So they just named the submission after the name of the joint, basically. But I think it's the shoulder blade, actually. But I'd have to look it up. If you want to, you could look it up. All right. One more time. Showing it. Both sleeves. Take my leg out. Put it over his neck. He hides. I push. I use my foot on the ground to hip out. Hip out. My leg passes over. Hip out. Hip out. As soon as I can, I grab his waist and I can wave my leg. Now, holding his waist, I'm going to fold my legs to the side just like this. Now, his head will probably be turned to the side, almost wanting to do a forwards roll. So when I sit up, my hand just goes up here on the mat. And then put all the weight that you can, all of your body weight, especially as you sit up, into his shoulder. So it has a nice fulcrum. Okay? All right. Go ahead and practice. I'll just do it kind of silently and maybe just entertain, do a song and dance as we go. All right, ready, get set, and go. Two sleeves over. Now he hides. Head out of the way. Leg over. Alright, grabbing his waist as soon as I can. Wave my leg. I can use my hand. Look how I scoot my butt back. Alright. Fold. Forwards. And down. Another angle. I'll just keep doing it at different angles so maybe you can see if you miss something or if you're unclear about a certain part. Miles is almost at the age where some of the tournaments are allowing omoplatas. I don't even know the exact age at some of the tournaments. It's one of those things I need to look up because it's different for everybody, every organization. Now we'll hit all the diagonals. Diagonal this way, diagonal that way, diagonal that way, diagonal that way. Every conceivable angle. Look how I raised my hips on that one to shoot the triangle. It's a little bit better. How you guys doing? Is anybody like super stuck? I don't think so. Enzo can have his mom and dad's help. I think Miles and Andrew, probably fine. Let me get my gi tied, or at least just covering. There we go. I will teach you a crazy new position too. After this. One more. All right. That's good. That's good on the omoplata. He's a little sad though. He just got his shoulder destroyed for 10, 15 minutes or whatever it was. All right, Bob, you can sit with me. It's no need to sulk. All right. So, now what we're going to do, if you're going to get good at omoplatas, there is a position that you have to know. The omoplata doesn't often end in the way that I just showed. It's always implied that that is the main submission, and you do see it from time to time. But they're really going to try and get out a great number of ways. It makes it very difficult to hold on the back and at the same time sit up. It's like two conflicting messages. You want my arm to stay back here while I sit forward? It's very hard to hold another human who's trying to do a forwards roll or otherwise get out of the position. So, in order to really finish the omoplata, you're going to need to have the position of the omoplata crucifix. What do you think? Yeah, we'll teach him the omoplata crucifix? Yeah, okay. He says yes. So, the omoplata crucifix, there are 3 ways. Yes, I know it's illegal for IBJJF until age 16. I'm talking about NABJJF and Jiu-Jitsu World League and Grappling X, and they're all different. Anywho, yeah, so there's 3 ways that you can get in the same position. It's like you're a video game controller. You can either go forwards, right, or left. So we're going to do the most fun one, which is to the left. It involves a lot of rolling. So let me just get in the omoplata position. Hopefully I won't roll out of the camera. If you just want to do it fast, you don't even need to go to the triangle. This is not a position that you only get from the triangle. I just had the triangle one because it made it very easy for me to get into the omoplata. It was given to me. I didn't need to focus on the setup as much. I didn't need to teach you collar and sleeve or what have you. Now, when I sit up, what I'm going to do is this. Let me make sure I have lots of room. I'm going to start to hug like this, like I'm working for his collar on his neck. Basically a seatbelt grip almost, except I'm really working for a choking grip here. Now I'm going to jump all the way over the top of him using my feet, and we will roll into the omoplata crucifix over there. Watch this. This position, let me center up. This position is the omoplata crucifix, where he is kind of like his back is to me, but he still has his arm caught in the omoplata. Now, right as I rolled, I was grabbing around his back, but during the roll, I shot this arm all the way to the shoulder, just like this. Let me tell you about why that is. If I don't have control of his shoulder, he can turn, and maybe we go back to the seated omoplata or the laying omoplata where I'm laying. I kind of went back a step. Or maybe even worse, where he turns all the way and then is able to come back into my guard. Okay? Maybe he can capitalize on that transition. So, controlling the shoulder in the omoplata crucifix, like this, is super... Oh, you can't really see it that well. This hand on the shoulder and hugging him to you, super important. So you're knowing you're doing the position right if first the arm is still caught. The arm makes it so he can't go that way. Holding his shoulder nice and tight is going to make it so he can't go that way. Quite often in this position, I like to teach to answer the phone. So you have a phone in your hand and you put it all the way up to your ear. It's a little awkward with this dummy. He has kind of like big shoulders, which is why Jackson was having trouble with those triangles yesterday. It's big even for me. So, we're going to be in the omoplata. I'll just start from that position because we already know how to get there. Now, I sit up and grab around the waist. I do fold my legs. And look how I kind of elevate my hips using my feet right here. And then I hug around his neck. And then this hand is the one that shoots in, and I answer the phone as much as possible. Watch this. Be careful when you do this, okay? Have your partner go with the roll. Try not to have them stay in one place. Because some of you, you don't need to, you don't need to retract your message. It's all good. They didn't know that IBJJF was 16 years old. All right. Now I jump and roll over my shoulder, just kind of this way. And I just keep them on top of me as I roll, going through the motion just like this. Shoot this in and hug the shoulder. Just make sure that we don't lose control of that arm. And then you're in the omoplata crucifix. This one is kind of fun because I think it's doable, but like with difficulty. You might like laugh and say, what did he do again? Okay, so let's give this a try. You can try it together with me, okay? Well, if you have a question, just say, I'm losing control of the arm when I roll. And then I'll tell you, well, pinch your knees more. Don't lose control of the arm. Make sure it's tucked in your pocket. Okay? All right, let's practice together. We can start the whole sequence. Like, you guys are probably pretty fair at that sequence. All right, Bob. Down on your knees, Bob. So Miles, in the IBJJF, the main organization, you can actually be 15 and do the omoplata. It depends on when your birthday is and when the tournament is. So coming up pretty soon, one of the main attacks that you're going to see people do. Wave the leg, scoot back, okay. All right, I'll center it up. Keep drilling. I want you guys to drill right now. Now, arm in, and jump. And still control this arm. All right, Robert, let's go back over here. Wait, no, unretract your message. Look, you don't even need to go to the triangle first. You could just do the omoplata like from the closed guard. Yeah, triangle is not necessary. Oh no, I'm gonna go out of bounds. That's another thing about omoplatas, is you will need to learn how to stay in balance, because you don't want to have this great position and then roll out of bounds. Granted, your space in competition is a little bit bigger than this. You guys keep drilling. I am going to show you. Keep going, keep going. Don't listen to me, don't stop. I'm going to show you a great match at the Pan Championships where this was used. This is used all the time. This isn't like an exotic position or anything like that. But it was used in the Pan final when a guy was coming back and he got the submission with the omoplata crucifix at the last second, and the guy went unconscious. He didn't tap out because you can choke from that position as well. All right, so you guys keep practicing that, and I'm going to go over to the computer and get that match up for you, okay? Ready, go. Or you didn't stop. Keep going. Okay. At the computer. Okay, time. Why don't we all stop and we'll take a look at this match. So, the Pan Championship is the second most prestigious tournament in Jiu-Jitsu. The first most prestigious is the World Championships. That's kind of obvious given the name. But really the Pan is just, or at least especially at this time, was just as difficult. It was all the same guys. Now it's a little bit separated where some of the world champions are not doing Pans, and they're like, if you want to beat me, just come to the World Championships. I'm going to give you that shot there. So there's a little bit of that going on, but at this time, pretty much all the good guys came to all the tournaments, and there was no difference. And these two are very good. This is Marcelo Mafra from a team called Checkmat, and Clark Gracie as well, who's a part of his own team, Clark Gracie Jiu-Jitsu. Both of these guys are from California. Clark Gracie teaches in San Diego, and Marcelo Mafra teaches in the high desert area. We've gone to Marcelo, as adults, we've gone to Marcelo Mafra's tournament that he puts on sometimes. I forget what the name of it is, but it's just a Lapella Cup, that's what it is. The Lapella Cup a couple of times. Now, Clark Gracie is known for his omoplatas. He's really like the omoplata killer. And before Clark, the omoplata is a fairly new move in jiu-jitsu. Really, it started to develop probably 25 years ago with a grappler called Nino Schembre. And he was the omoplata king. And he was really doing the type of omoplata I taught you in the beginning, where he was just sitting up and getting the submission. And it was a very interesting way to, and became very popular to get submissions. But as time went on, it became harder and harder to get that submission, and you would use it for sweeps instead. So for a long while, it was kind of seen as like a probably submission with a maybe, a probably sweep with a maybe submission. And Clark Gracie, I think, opened up a lot of people's eyes because he developed kind of a system that was really geared on finishing and not sweeping. So this is the final of the Pans, the second most prestigious tournament. And Marcelo Mafra is winning. So the top guy in blue is winning 2-0. And I want you to watch what happens. The last 1 minute and 26 seconds of a match, Clark Gracie has to pass the guard in order to win because Marcelo Mafra is up by 2 points. And with 1:23 to go, let me make this full screen. With 1:23 to go, this is just nearly impossible at the high level. It's not impossible, it's extremely improbable. So he's working, just hoping. All he needs to do is defend the guard. Looking like he's doing a good job. Going to get a reset right back in the middle. 1:18 to go. Marcelo Mafra's team is like, yeah, we're going to do it. We've almost done it. We're going to win the pans. Clark desperately trying to guard pass. And if you can't pass somebody's guard in like 9 minutes, well, why would you be able to pass it in 1? It's going to be quite tricky. I'm getting a pretty good. Clark is trying for a leg drag, but that foot on the bicep is making it difficult. Okay, he passes the guard. Wow. Now, Marcelo Mafra has to turtle. He has no choice. Otherwise, instead of, if he doesn't, Clark would get 3 points and win the match. But if he is able to turtle, Clark would only get 1 advantage, a tiebreaker. So here he gets on top. He does turtle. And right as he does, he loses the guard pass, but he throws in the omoplata off of his take. It's not really a takedown because it comes from the turtle, so you won't get takedown points if it starts from turtle. But the arm that's grabbing around the waist, remember how we put the grappling dummy's arm in our waist? Now watch his left leg. He shoots it over to the omoplata. It's not really in the perfect position right now. He has a lot of work to do. But he rolls through, and there's the omoplata position. Now, he sits up and is immediately going to jump to the omoplata crucifix from the omoplata. Watch this. There he makes the grip on the neck, and now he's pushing off this back foot and rolling all the way over. So one way, now he's a little bit happy. He's got that grip on the neck. So one way you can finish is a choke. You have 2 options. You can try and finish the omoplata, this submission on the shoulder, or you can try and go for the choke, and the choke is already set. Now keep in mind that Clark has not scored any points. If these 37 seconds tick away and nothing happens, then Marcelo Mafra is still the winner. So he's a little bit more resistant to trying to tap. He taps, but he taps on himself, and then he goes unconscious. So that is quite spectacular. You can imagine what that was like watching it live. That was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that just happened. Yeah. Very seldom do you see such a turnaround like that. All right, let me make my way back over to the camera. All right. So thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure to be here on Monday. When I mean here, I mean virtually here. Be here on Monday at 4 o'clock, the class is. I'll put all the links on all the normal places. You can obviously just go into YouTube. That's the easiest, but it'll be on our website, our Facebook, my personal Facebook, and, of course, on YouTube. So until next time, I'll see you guys.